moon webinar or about time management. Hi, point man. Okay, so today I'm admitting someone. Okay, in today's meeting we will be talking about managing your calendar, how to make calendar events for a group of people and why they matter. He has to keeping a meeting on track, to making agenda and other things. And then we'll talk about a little bit about our upcoming webinar. Next time, please, man. Managing your calendar is the easiest way to stay true to your promises. Next time, please. You need an online test. Here are some tips on how to do that. You need an online calendar that I found with for those of you who may not know what that is. That is the Apple Calendar that you can find on your iPhone, iPad, MacBook, or iPod Touch, Lunar Calendar, Outlook Calendar, and all these calendar providers will allow you to invite others or to join other events, which means if you send out a calendar invite to someone, they can accept your invite, or if somebody sends it to you, you can accept their invite and attend their event right with a touch of a button. Coding any type of calendar will help you keep track of your many responsibilities. And as a rule of thumb, I always like to block out the amount time it will take to meet to and from the meetings, as well as the meeting duration. I find it incredibly important because when you're booking into a busy calendar, you don't want to overbook during the time you're supposed to be commuting. If the meeting has a location, it may be useful to add to your calendar. Let's look at some examples of how these practices. Oh man, you would fine. Could help you be a productive leader. So I think I'm gonna share my screen now, man, which means you have and please tell me if you're seeing the right scene. And now I have
to see your calendar, Anna.
Yep, perfect. Okay, so this is my calendar, and as you can, I personally use Outlook for all my business necessities and stuff like that. And as you can see in the left-hand side of the calendar bar on Outlook, I have yellow is board and fellowship. Blue is anything I have to do for a university that I work for. Orange is deadline, and pink are health and family. So when you fit into an event, I was on a transportation meeting. So let me show you that. Let me show you that event. How do I? Let me move you out of the way so I can see. Okay, so here I put it. Wait, that's not a good event. To show you. Hold on one second. while I find a better one. Okay, so will you buy people to have the event in a minute? So here's an event that I created, and as you can see, I have all my invites in the side here, but also I put when it occurs and then also the location of the meeting, because we have it in person and online. Then on the bottom where you can add text, which I'll show you how to do this in a minute, I put the movement and any other important detail. And then I invited everyone to my event. Man, anything to add about that? Man.
Yep, I was just trying to find where my was to unmute myself.
I didn't know if you heard me. Hi.
No, I did. No, I don't really have any other input in the event. I'll also, if it's a calendar event that I don't have to invite people to, like I'm just trying to remember, or a lot of times, like if I'm getting on a call, oh, I have a reminder with Anna, like Anna and I work together and there's a reminder that I put on my calendar to send her something. I'll
Right.
put a lot of stuff in like see where it says meeting details. Like
Yeah.
I'll just put stuff in the bottom to help me remember. And it's just stuff that makes sense to me. Or like if there's a link I want to put in there. So I kind of use it as my,
Like here I have an amendment that right where is it? Here. Okay. So I have a friend who I have a friend who I'm picking up before and he asked me to put in the meeting detail what time I'll be there. So as you can see, I put it in right here for him. So when he missed that email, I will be able he'll be able to see the meeting notes as well. And another beautiful thing about calendar invite is you can reply all to all your invites, or you can turn the event to somebody else as well, which makes it super easy. And then I make PowerPoint everything, as you can tell. That way I know what everything is. Because if I had it all in one power, I'd be very confused. So that's kind of how I manage my calendar. Does anyone have any questions about how to do that before I move on to how to create events? Yeah, Shannon.
Okay, yeah, my question is, if you don't have an Outlook email, can you still use an Outlook calendar?
Yep, I do. With my email account, all I have to do was it's $7.99 a month to download Outlook on your laptop, and all you have to do is I'll show you real quick if I can send it out over here. Here we go. Here, the button. So here, so let's say you downloaded the Outlook app and you're already familiar. And I think they have the C version too. I'll have the middle mine is pink, but I on that kind of my planet, but arrow. You can hit add account and type in your email right there.
Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anyone else? Yeah, man.
Shannon, while she was looking, I'm looking online and we can follow up with the link, but when you go to Outlook, it says get a free personal email account calendar from Microsoft. So it might be that you can create a free account if you wanted to. Because I didn't know the answer to that either. So there might be a free version and paid. I'm not sure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yep, and I can put that in the follow-up email too. Anybody else before I go back to the PowerPoint? No? Okay. Move. Hi, Nan. Okay, making calendar events help to bring attention to your audience over key concepts. Okay, next time, please. Okay, a calendar event a general reminder to you and your meeting attendee that the meeting is happening. Why might this matter? It takes other time so they don't have to set up the calendar invite them. It helps with meeting attendance and making meeting follow up a brief. I'm sorry, I'm tripping over my words. I had a meeting before this too. But that's because you have a reply or calendar people in a calendar event. So Leanne, do you have anything else to add about that before I tell them how to do it?
Yep. Sorry, I can never find my unmute button. No, I think it's really good. I think that another advantage is when Anna said like helping with meeting attendance. It's obviously really helpful to know how many people are going to show up to your meeting. So you can understand like, do you need to make breakout rooms for something, or do you have enough people? Do you have the right people there? Like if you're trying to make a decision with your group on something and one of the people in your group who's the most passionate about that can't make it, maybe you move your agenda around, but I think it's
Hi, me on the head out and when you're
no, I'm done. You got it.
Yeah, and also the main point is somebody who's really important here. It really helps the handling that meeting because then you can email that person to and be like, before I send the calendar invite, what day would work for you? And then you can get that valued. Give me, you can get that valued feedback from them as well. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. Continue. Okay. So there are different ways to do it on every calendar, but it's relatively the same. So in Outlook, all you gotta do is have your email tab, go to the calendar tab with the tab down if you don't have the with arrow moving to it. New event, and then you can type in the demo. Okay, and then you can, man, I'll add you. Okay, and then you can pick out the time. So I'm gonna do that. And then you can put a location in if you had one. So like that. And then you can type your meeting detail. Sometimes I might put a meeting amendment in the meeting detail. Sometimes I'll put the whole room invite. Sometimes I'll put a note in here if I need them to join something or anything like that. And then you hit send and it'll send to that person and it'll pop up in their email inbox. However, I will tell you I had a period where the event somehow doesn't show up in their inbox and had it show up in their trash can. Who knows how that happens? I don't know. But you might want to follow up with that person to make sure they got one. Anything else to add on that, Liam?
No, I really think you covered it. I think you got it.
Perfect. That's fine. Keeping the meeting running on time. Test and Trish and Amanda. Next time, please. So, here are some tips and tricks to help the meeting run on time. Create a meeting amendment with the top idea to get to. Continue making a parking lot for things people mention that may not be on in the meeting that you're currently in, but you want to make sure you met to them before, before or during the next meeting. And by pointing that, I mean a section in your note that you label parking lot and you write down bullet points what was said, and then you have it from the meeting. I'll show you that in a minute bit when I go over our demo amendment. Having a note taker is a really good idea as well, because you are able to concentrate on running the meeting rather than running the meeting and have to take notes. Because I, for one, can't multitask like that due to my EP. I wish I could, but I can't. Offering buffer time for providing at the beginning or end the meeting might be a good idea. I usually allow 10 to 15 minutes for people to provide at the beginning of a meeting, or Leanne was saying when I talked to her earlier that when they have the hospital meeting, they offer people time to get on before the meeting and talk. So if you are hosting a virtual meeting, that could be a good idea too. Another useful thing I have noticed, being the person that I am who runs about a meeting, a lot of people like to debate on about a topic, even if you don't plan, even if you don't plan the time to do so in the meeting. So if you are somebody who knows that you have attendees like that, it might be a good idea to, when you email out your amendment, and you know you're gonna need feedback on something, maybe ask them to send it to you before the meeting. That way you can look it over and kind of formulate how you want to know about it. So I'm gonna show you some paper amendments that I use and that you guys can use too, because at the end of the meeting, me and I will be sending out a paper meeting amendment template that you guys can use. And I wrote my amendment directly on those so that you can see what you would be using directly in action.
Hey Anna, this is Leanne.
Yeah.
I wanted to say one thing about a parking lot.
Right.
I actually heard about this from Anna. I thought it was a really good tool. I don't know, have many of you been in meetings where it seems to take a right turn away from what you thought you were going to talk about? Shannon, have you? So I have too, and I've led those meetings or been in them, and sometimes it's really important and you're like, oh, that's a good point that you bring up. We need to stop and talk about it. But the parking lot is such a good idea because it acknowledges that someone brought that up. So if I was talking and Anna raised her hand right now and was like, man, Leanne, I really want to talk about making a meal plan. I think that's important. We'd be like, oh my, that's actually a really good point, and we need to cover it at the next meeting. So I'm going to put it in the parking lot so you can acknowledge that someone said something and that's an important conversation, but it keeps your agenda on track. Because if we spent the rest of the time talking about making a meal plan, we wouldn't get to other things. So I really liked that idea, Anna.
Thank you. And the other thing about that, now that you mentioned it that way, Leanne, also sometimes people with disabilities, I noticed that really offended by you not addressing their concern right away, and like that drive people away from your meeting or your event. And I was like, well, I don't want to be that person because membership is really important to me. So by having a point in that where when you send out the meeting note, the person that had that idea will hear their hear their idea written out and know that they were heard and not completely ignored will help those people not feel bad about themselves or not be angry and want to not be a member of your group anymore.
Yeah. Shannon, I'm curious, you raised your hand. What was your experience, or are you just like, oh yeah, that's happened before? I'm just curious how it affected the meeting you were in.
I didn't realize that I was still muted, but no, I ran a meeting for my church, and I'll just give a few examples. But yeah, I ran a meeting for my church's summer camp, and somebody that was in the meeting brought up is the meeting is the meeting not I am like Anna, I'm messing up my words, but is the camp an all-nighter? And of course that's a good question, but I was gonna get to it. I was gonna get to that question. So I'm glad somebody brought it up and I wrote it down. That way I wouldn't forget to bring it up again.
Right, so you already used the parking lot water.
Yes, I do.
Okay, does anybody else have any comment before I open up Amanda and tell you about it? No? Okay. Continue. Okay. Let me the right pane open here. Okay. Oh, that's the one thing. Fine. Even though I'm open. What in the? Okay. Nice. Okay. So this a meeting and then one of my upcoming meetings. So I put the name. I put the name of the
Anna, we are seeing your calendar. We're not seeing the agenda.
Hold on. What in the? Okay, hold on. Let me try to and then. Yeah. Now are you seeing it?
Yes, I can see it. Kasha, Shannon. Okay, they're nodding their head.
Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. So underneath you can put your meeting name or what is the meeting name underneath. Then the date, then the time, and then you can put your amendment item on here so people can know, and here a note taking column for any notes during the meeting. Then the priority task has my to-do list. I envision myself using this section of the amendment to write down the tasks that we divide up during our meeting that we have to have ready for the next meeting. And then down here we have the portion not option that you can write down everything that everybody said that has to be talked about in the next related meeting. Now I know this was a pretty bland amendment, so I'm gonna put up another amendment with that's a little bit more detailed, and now I know that you can't see that. So let me see what
Anna, are you knocking my color choices?
what was that?
I said, are you knocking my
No,
color choices?
I don't mean the brand color one. I mean the brand the detail on it now.
No, I'm giving you a hard time.
Yeah, I know. But
You know, if I had anything to do, if it was my style, it'd have glitter and rainbows all over it. So.
yes. Okay, now let me bet you not so bland, and then not in the
And we still see the Word document like the old agenda.
you don't see the transportation battle one?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I see that.
I was I do. Okay.
Sorry.
Let me move the control board out of my way. And then, okay. So in this meeting amendment, I attached my attendance sheet will link right to the attendance with I now realize you can't see, which is weird. But yeah, that's another trick that you can use so that you don't have to go back and forth between documents. I think you can do that by pasting the link in here, right, Leon?
You think you can do it by what?
Copying and pasting the link.
The list? Oh,
but-
the link. Yeah, you could. I think actually in a Word document you would have to hyperlink it.
okay.
Yeah.
And I can put in on how to do that in the email. Anybody interested? And then I may put. I realize that I forgot to put their name, but like here in the recap of the bike meeting, I meant to put like who will be living that recap. That way, when you send it out, people can know who is doing what. And then the next step is voting, and then the priorities will per example, I will write down anything that we talked about that needs to be done. So the plan of action down in the priority and my to-do list. And then you have the point in that. So does anyone have questions about the amendment or way to use it? I have also written up an amendment in an email.
What kind of, have you guys, when you've been in meetings or led meetings, have you used agendas a lot or not all the time? Or were there new things that on the sample agenda that you think you want to try? Pasha, you do stuff with your church too, right? Or am I mixing up Shannon? I know Shannon does church stuff.
I do. We just had the second group for Catholics with physical disabilities last night. And it went well.
Nice.
You said you led that meeting and it was a church group for Catholic, what was the group name?
With physical disabilities. Well, I helped lead it, but the ladies were, there's two ladies who were in charge of it. One has MS and the other one is a retired nurse. And then so far there's only like 4 participants, but we're trying to figure out a way to get more people and include other Catholic churches in the area, and we're gonna be working together on that.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yep.
Is the amendment something you might would use if you had access to it with
No. Go ahead, Anna. Sorry.
no hit?
Yes, I would.
Awesome.
Definitely. So, I do not have access to Microsoft Word, so
Yeah, I'll send it as a PDF version and Microsoft Word.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you had we were just talking about this, if you had the PDF version, you can print it and
Oh,
use it as a template. Like I'll do that sometimes, just print like 10.
mm-hmm.
And then every time I have a meeting, I just use that one.
And you can mark on it and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. So maximum PowerPoint remote. Okay, next time, please. Keeping the meeting on time. Oh, ran back about 2 5. Please.
No, it didn't. I went backwards. So this is your next slide.
Is it?
Yeah. So tips and tricks. So you did keep it running on time, tips and tricks, and now it's the next slide.
Did I do? But I didn't put. Hold on. Go back. I'm. Oh, okay. You're right. I'm not paying attention. Okay. And the next, and I wanted to use a minute move where I talk about what next. What it happened to me tonight in a meeting I was on, and somebody said to me, well, not necessarily to me, but to other participants, they were talking, they were giving testimony for a mammal, and they said, the person running the meeting had wrap it up, never say to somebody, wrap it up, because one, that's very rude, and two, this person was gone, but we ended up having time at the end of the meeting. So yeah, don't tell somebody to wrap it up in the middle of the sentence. I'm moving on something to add to that.
Because it makes me so mad. What would be, I mean, what's some strategies? Maybe the group thinks of some, or you have some, Anna, like, because you do have a part where you need to keep your meeting running on time. Like you have to respect everyone's time.
Yeah.
But what are some strategies to maybe keep, if someone's getting long-winded or talking a lot?
And hi, go ahead. Also, you have to keep in mind, have to be a meeting with many disabled individuals who may have heat impairment. It might take them a while to get their work out. So if that is the case, if you are meeting on Zoom, I would say a tip would be to direct message the person who is speaking. That way you don't embarrass them in front of everybody else. Because I would imagine that was very embarrassing to that individual. Another thing would be to set a timer before that part of the meeting happens and be like, okay, when this timer goes off, you have to wrap it up, rather than abruptly cutting them off, so that people know that they have gone overtime and are able to talk at their own turn, rather than having somebody else abruptly stop them. Do you guys have any other tips and tricks? Yeah, Shannon.
No, I don't have any other tips and tricks, but I totally agree with you. When it comes to people that may have speech impairments or stutters or whatever the case may be, yeah, it's very rude to tell them to wrap it up. So before the beginning of the meeting, you can let them know, hey, you have X amount of minutes, and yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, I totally agree with you that it's rude to tell someone to wrap it up, especially if they have a hard time speaking.
Definitely, because after that happened, I was terrified to know after them, because I thought that I had to hurry up, so I was talking really fast. For me can sometimes make me harder to understand. So that's another reason not to do that. And even if you tell them the time beforehand, I would definitely say have a timer set, because I think that was part of the problem this evening. Is they told us our time maximum, but for real, when you're in the moment, who is actually are you supposed to be the one keeping time? I think it would be nice for if the meeting host or maybe the note taker take the time.
Oh, totally agree. I notice that I notice that when I'm in a hurry or when I'm upset or whatever the case may be, more in a hurry than being upset. But I notice that when I'm in a hurry, nobody can understand me.
Right. Anyone else have any other comments before I talk about the wonderful event that's happening on the webinar?
I just want to say great job, Anna. You're doing awesome.
Thank you so much. It's awesome to know you. Alright, I promise I'll do every responding to your sent email. The high point man. So, thank you. So what coming next? How to build relationships with intellectual people. This will be on the July 19th at 5:30 p.m. After always the third Wednesday, same time. But something different about this event is me and I are going to have a retired meditator hopefully come in and talk to us about how to actually talk to retired meditators, and this person may also bring additional meditators in so that we can do breakout rooms and practice talking to a real life intellectual person. With that being said, we would like everyone to promote the heck out of the webinar as well as RSVP in advance. That way we know how many people to attack and can head up breakout room accordingly. When I met the Mohead Kamal retired meditator, I will be sending out an email and an advertisement about the event. So if you guys can share that wide and far, that would be awesome. And if you can reply to that email that you are coming, that would be greatly appreciated. Leanne, is there anything additional you want to add about Nemo or?
No, I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be cool. We did this, something like this in preparation for Disability Rights Legislative Day and had like 80 people come, to the Zoom to learn.
Including 2 unwelcome people.
Yes, there was some riffraff, but we kicked him out. But no, it's really, really good. And this would be really good for, I think every group. I've heard some of you all say some groups you're involved in. There's always space for legislative advocacy and getting to know your reps and senators. And so even with like church groups and things that you might be in, there's probably lots of issues or things that you just want to make sure reps and senators know about. You may invite them to one of your groups. Anyway, this is really good. And JMO, who we keep referring to, Z is with an organization called Paraquad, and Z was a representative for, I'm not sure how long, but quite a while. And Z is just super knowledgeable. I think you'll get a lot of information from Zur. So I hope you can come and invite people maybe in your groups or friends or family. I think it'll be really good.
Yeah, definitely. And also, there will be no video with that. So all you have to do is attend the meeting like you did tonight. Is there any other? Oh yeah, Shannon.
Anna, you know how I'm involved with D-Man, right?
Yeah.
Can I send it to them and have them share it to their IG story?
Oh heck yeah! I would love it if D-Man had it.
When you send it out, I will send it to the founder, and I will send it to the coordinator, and they can do what they want. They can do what they want with the more people. Anyway, so thank you.
Yeah, and I'm also sending it to BBS.
Oh, you are?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about that later.
Yep.
That's a story in itself.
Yeah, it really is. So does anyone else have any other questions about the topic that we are talking about tonight, or any other hiding things that came out of this training? Not tonight or in previous webinars?
But I just want to say, I know this is probably going to be off topic, and I'm extremely sorry, Anna. I'm extremely sorry, Leanne. But I just want to say that if it wasn't for you, Leanne, and if it wasn't for you, Anna, I have grown up so much, and Anna knows this because she has told me to grow a backbone many times in IG messages. And oh my God, I have matured so much. I am telling people when they tell me, you're doing this, or you're doing this, or you're doing this, or you're doing this. And if I don't feel good due to my stomach issues, like in a nose and my back pain recently, I tell them, no, well, of course I don't say it like that, but you guys get what I'm saying.
Yes.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
That is awesome. Did you see me snapping? I'm just like,
Yeah.
yes. I'm into it.
Yeah. So yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else? If not, Henry has about to say. So if nothing else, I will miss you 9 minutes of your night bath.
So good to see you, Kasha and Shannon, and thanks for being on, Jared.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for having this meeting. They're very helpful.
Good. Well, stay cool, Kasha.
Thanks for having me again.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye,
No
guys.
worries.
Bye, Shannon.
Bye.